In the year 1845, a journalist named John O'Sullivan coined the phrase manifest destiny. Little did he know it would have such sticking power. Generations later, manifest destiny is used to describe America's 19th century attitude toward expansion. From the east to the west, America felt its expansion across the continent was not only justifiable, it was destiny. With this in mind, let's build a timeline of this expansion from 1820 to 1860. We'll start with the Erie Canal, which is located in the east. Opened in 1825, the canal connected the cities of the east to the west. With its completion and the completion of many other smaller canals that followed, booming industrial towns like New York City had a much easier way to get their goods to the west. Of course, there are many dark pages in the history of American expansion. For instance, we have the Indian Removal Act of 1830. Feeling that expansion was its right, the U.S. Congress forcibly moved all Native Americans living in the southeast to west of the Mississippi River. We also have the infamous 1838 Trail of Tears, in which the U.S. government forced the Cherokee Nation to relocate from the East Coast to Oklahoma. Whether young or old, the Cherokees were forced to march, and many thousands died. Blind to this suffering, the powers of the U.S. saw it as a chance to capture more land. With the way seeming clear to them, American settlers jumped on the Oregon Trail, a wagon route beginning in Missouri and ending in Oregon. Starting around 1840, hundreds of thousands of settlers took this dangerous route in search of new life in the West. Along the way, many died, but many others fulfilled their own personal manifest destinies. This eventually led to the Oregon Treaty of 1846, in which the U.S. gained the Oregon Territory from England. Falling in line with the dream of manifest destiny, Texas became a U.S. state in 1845. Of course, Mexico was none too happy about this. From 1846 to 1848, the Mexican-American War waged over the right to Texas. However, in the end, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo gave the U.S. not only Texas, but the massive area that would become parts of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and California. Speaking of California, in 1848, gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. When word of this spread, thousands upon thousands came looking for gold. Known famously as the California Gold Rush, gold fever not only brought people, it altered the landscape of California. Cities sprung up complete with industry, restaurants, and saloon upon saloon for thirsty miners. Of course, these miners needed a way to keep in touch with the East. Lucky for them, the famous Pony Express began delivering mail from Missouri all the way to California in 1860. Although it became rather obsolete when the railroad made its way to the Pacific, the Pony Express is a symbol of America's 19th century manifest destiny. In 1845, John O'Sullivan coined the phrase manifest destiny. Manifest destiny is used to describe America's 19th century attitude that expansion across the continent was not only justifiable, it was destiny. Even before O'Sullivan coined the phrase, Americans had been looking west. The Erie Canal opened in 1825. It connected the cities of the east to the west. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 saw the U.S. Congress forcibly displace all Native Americans living in the southeast to west of the Mississippi River. The 1838 Trail of Tears also saw the U.S. government force the Cherokee Nation to relocate from the East Coast to Oklahoma. Beginning in 1840, American settlers set out on the Oregon Trail, a wagon route starting in Missouri and ending in Oregon. This led to the Oregon Treaty of 1846, in which the U.S. gained the Oregon Territory from England. Texas became a U.S. state in 1845. This precipitated the Mexican-American War, which waged over the right to Texas. Lasting from 1846 to 1848, it ended with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Under it, the U.S. claimed not only Texas, but the massive area that would become part of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and California. 1848 also saw gold discovered at Sutter's Mill. This served as the catalyst for the California Gold Rush, which forever altered the landscape of California. It also precipitated the need for the Pony Express. which began delivering mail from Missouri to California in 1860. After all, once you fulfill your destiny, you need a way to write home about it.